glides like a shadow. His riches are unimaginable, and no one really knows where he might show up next. This is the manner in which the Sultan of Oman travels in secret. Sultan Haitham bin Tariq Al Said is more than the leader of Oman. He is the steward of an empire founded on extensive oil riches and a long history of royal authority. Sultan Haitham bin Tariq Al Said was born on October 11, 1955, in Muscat, and from a young age he was marked for leadership. Raised in the heart of the Al Said dynasty, one of the oldest ruling families in the Arab world. Upon the death of his cousin, Sultan Qaboos bin Said, on January 10, 2020, Haitham rose to the throne immediately, inheriting not just a country, but an immense wealth. His official net worth is not publicly known, but estimates suggest it is in the billions. Through direct oversight of Oman's oil reserves, royal investments, and high-end properties, his affluence is as enigmatic as his activities. However, more than his wealth, it is his mystery that characterizes him. He rules from the darkness, making the world wonder what the Sultan of Oman is truly concealing. The Sultan of Oman glides like a phantom, traversing borders unseen, leaving only a trail of conjecture. In contrast to other global leaders who showcase their foreign trips with press events and grand welcomes, the Sultan's journeys adhere to a completely unique code of total confidentiality. His flights aren't disclosed publicly, his arrivals and departures are concealed, and his location is frequently unknown until long after he has arrived at his destination. But for what reason? Even his most trusted advisors are kept in the dark. His close associates are tied by stringent confidentiality contracts, and just a handful of people who have gained his complete trust are ever made aware of his travel arrangements. And even then, they get just the essential information. In certain instances, top officials within his administration are entirely oblivious to his activities, only discovering his trips through indirect channels. However, this degree of secrecy surpasses simple privacy and poses a far more significant question. Is it simply a question of safety, aimed at countering possible dangers and safeguarding his immense fortune? Or could there be something much more elusive involved? Some think he is involved in secret diplomatic endeavors, creating concealed partnerships that never reach the news. Some believe he is discreetly managing concealed offshore assets, undisclosed investments, secret banking accounts, or even high-end real estate located worldwide. Furthermore, the most intriguing theory questions whether the Sultan's capacity to move unnoticed indicates he is carrying out activities that the world is not intended to be aware of. Regardless of the reality, one thing is clear: when the Sultan of Oman vanishes, no one is aware of his destination or the reason behind it. The Sultan of Oman does not just travel, he ascends into the heavens with a degree of secrecy and opulence that few can grasp. Disregard commercial flights, first-class suites, or even regular private jets. His airborne journeys exist on a completely unique plane. Central to his fleet is the Boeing 747-8I, a $500 million flying palace. A jet so luxurious it competes with the best hotels in the world. Inside, every corner radiates opulence with gold-embellished interiors, custom leather seats, and exclusive suites crafted for ultimate relaxation. This is not merely a jet, it is a mobile fortress, equipped with secure communication systems, advanced surveillance, and missile defense capabilities. Should any danger arise, counteractions deploy immediately, guaranteeing the Sultan stays invulnerable regardless of his location. However, the true enigma lies in his skill to vanish. When privacy is essential, the Sultan opts for his Gulfstream G650ER, a fast, ultra-long-range aircraft designed for covert operations. In contrast to the 747, which is a recognizable asset, the Gulfstream enables him to travel undetected. But here's the main question: how does he apparently disappear from aviation documentation? Certain specialists think his flights use encrypted call signs, making them undetectable by commercial tracking systems. Some suggest he employs unregistered planes, completely avoiding standard flight records. There are even accounts suggesting that some of his aircraft never show up on radar. Could it be sophisticated military camouflage technology, or a network of concealed airstrips in isolated areas? One thing is clear: when the Sultan ascends to the skies, no one really knows his destination, or if they will ever see him again.
Yes, maybe.
On land, the Sultan's actions resemble a high-stakes military campaign. His entourage is a display of affluence and protection, showcasing an exclusive array of bulletproof Rolls-Royces and Mercedes-Maybachs, with each car uniquely crafted with fortified armor, sophisticated surveillance countermeasures, and opulent interiors befitting royalty. However, this is where it becomes really intriguing. His security team not only ensures his safety, but also influences how he is perceived. At any point in time, several decoy convoys that look the same are sent out on various various paths, making it impossible to identify which one is transporting the Sultan. Certain convoys are observed reaching airports or palaces, while others vanish into exclusive compounds, forming a complex maze intended to confuse even the most advanced intelligence agencies. However, the most fascinating escape of the Sultan is not on land, but rather on water. Introducing Al Said, a $300 million superyacht, a luxurious vessel that is cloaked in mystery. Measuring 155 meters in length, it is listed among the largest yachts globally, featuring gold-decorated suites, a personal helipad for quick escapes, and an elaborate orchestra hall that reflects the majesty expected of a figure of his prominence. However, aside from the opulence, Al Said is speculated to function as a mobile fortress, outfitted with missile defense mechanisms and confidential security protocols. Some think the Sultan employs this yacht as his perfect getaway, evading the public spotlight without leaving any evidence. Might this be his hidden operational hub, where confidential meetings and concealed discussions occur? Or could it be that Al Said serves an even more significant role as an unassailable refuge, where Oman's leader can vanish whenever global attention is too intense? The Royal Guard of Oman, a distinguished unit skilled in covert operations and counterintelligence, guarantees that the Sultan's activities stay a mystery. These operatives are more than mere bodyguards. They form a silent barrier of protection, equipped with sophisticated surveillance countermeasures, secure communication systems, and military-level cyber warfare equipment. Every element of the Sultan's protection is carefully measured. Prior to his departure from the palace, intelligence teams analyze his paths for possible dangers, using electronic jamming tools that can disrupt GPS tracking, intercept surveillance drones, and interfere with digital eavesdropping efforts. His convoys function through multiple layers of deception, utilizing decoy vehicles and misleading itineraries aimed at confusing even the most resolute spies. However, the most fascinating aspect of his security is not solely the technology, but also the confidentiality surrounding his undisclosed international activities. Certain reports indicate that the Sultan conducts secret diplomatic meetings that remain undisclosed to the public. Might he be facilitating secret peace negotiations, arranging energy contracts, or impacting crucial military tactics? His capability to traverse borders unnoticed raises numerous inquiries. If global leaders are having private meetings with him, what topics are they addressing that must remain confidential from the public? Aside from politics, there are also conjectures regarding concealed business empires that cover several continents. Is the Sultan subtly managing undisclosed assets, extensive property portfolios, offshore investment funds, or personal energy reserves? Might his journeys be associated with increasing his personal fortune beyond what is formally acknowledged? His security not only shields him from dangers, but also safeguards the truth of his movements from being disclosed. The fundamental question is, what precisely is he concealing behind these veils of secrecy? Why does the Sultan hide the details of his journeys? Is it just about security, or is there something much deeper involved? His actions are cloaked in secrecy, and conjecture is widespread. Some think his concealment is linked to enormous amounts of offshore riches, tucked away in exclusive banking centers such as Switzerland, Singapore, or the Cayman Islands' billion-dollar accounts that financial records cannot track. Might these concealed riches be supporting secret investments, enormous private projects, or potentially unknown royal properties dispersed globally? Next, there are the theories surrounding political intrigue. The Sultan possesses immense authority, not only in Oman, but throughout the Gulf and further afield. Some believe that his journeys include very sensitive, secretive diplomatic discussions that never reach the news. Is it possible that he is negotiating covert agreements among global leaders, forming economic partnerships that alter international power dynamics? Is he quietly negotiating billion-dollar oil deals out of sight from the media and competing countries? Then, there are the most bizarre but oddly intriguing theories. What if the Sultan's hidden journeys involve more than just wealth and influence, but something even more intimate, a billionaire's concealed way of living that lies beyond the comprehension of average individuals? Secluded islands, concealed strongholds, subterranean shelters built for complete confidentiality, locations so elite, so inaccessible that merely a select few individuals globally are aware of their existence. Is it possible for him to have whole homes that are completely off the grid, mansions free from satellite detection, where he can vanish without a sign? One thing is clear: his concealment is no coincidence. The travel methods of the Sultan of Oman are crafted to leave the world uncertain. The inquiry is, what is he concealing, and why does he go to such extremes to make sure no one discovers it? His actions stay uncertain. For a brief instant, he finds himself in Oman, enveloped by the radiant beauty of his royal palace. Next, he disappears without a trace, without a plan, leaving no clues behind. Subsequently, days, or possibly weeks later, he appears again in a far-off place, almost as if he has appeared from nowhere. But for what reason? Is it simply a question of security, or is there something much more significant being concealed from the public? There are no commercial logs that monitor his flights. No press announcements verify his locations. Even veteran intelligence professionals find it difficult to anticipate his next action. His enormous Boeing Boeing 747-8I, a flying palace, is known to depart from Muscat and arrive at unforeseen destinations, occasionally without official acknowledgement. Next, there are the flights that remain completely off the radar, phantom flights that are known only through rumors and conjecture. Certain individuals think his covert journeys are linked to undisclosed political alliances. Might he be secretly negotiating economic agreements that could alter the power dynamics in the Gulf? Some propose a much more mysterious notion. Could the Sultan possess undisclosed assets, secret treasures, or perhaps private islands that are unknown to everyone? And then, there's the most intriguing mystery of all. What if these journeys are not solely about power, but about something even more elusive? A concealed refuge? A gathering where the global elite convene away from the scrutiny of authorities and media? The Sultan of Oman's enigmatic travel practices raise more inquiries than clarifications. And since no one has an idea of where he will show up next, the true enigma lies in what he is escaping, or maybe what he is heading towards. Is it possible that the Sultan of Oman is concealing something even more significant? What are your thoughts? Share your thoughts in the comments.